Hi, welcome to the Java programming tutorial. What we're going to be looking at is JLists, and a JList is something like this here, where you can have a whole list of things. So you can use it for files and directories, and we'll look into that. But first, I want to introduce you to JList, and so what we're going to do is this is the centre of the border layout. This is the north. We've got a south which we're not using, a east and a west. I'm going to use the west part of the border layout for a list, the way you would normally see it. And a list is similar to the combo box. Inside the combo box, when you click it, you've got a list. And so if I move this forward a little bit, and if I click that, fancy appears. If I click this, official appears. So that's what a list is. Only what it's not within the combo box. It's like this outside all the time. And so we can click each item inside the list to do something for us. It could be to open up a file. It could be like to go into a directory. And so we use them all the time. And so that's what I'm going to show you. And so if I take this away, the first thing we've got to do is declare that we're going to use a JList variable and give it a name. And so static JList, and we'll call it list, just with some keeping it simple. And then we need to go down and we need to initialize the list. Now what you pass a list is a string of an array of strings. So each string would be like a member of the list that would do something. And so what I'm going to do here is first create a string, an array string, and give it a name. Just call it name, and equals, and what we're going to equal the array of strings is what is going to be the strings. And so the first thing we're going to do is, I don't know what kind of list we would have. I'm not too sure. Just a wee second to think about it. We can do computer hardware, so we can have mouse. So it's got a string, so this is what we have here. Mouse, comma, keyboard. Monitor, hard drive, keyboard, monitor, hard drive, microphone, speaker, and we can also have laptops. So laptop, and we can have memory. And let's say flash. So that's us, a semicolon after the array, and so that's us created an array of strings which we're going to add to the list. So what we do is list equals new JList, just like we do any other object, and this is a constructor But inside this constructor we're going to pass a string, and the string's called name. That's why the string's got to be created before you create you initialize the list, because you're going to pass the string to the JList. So that's it created. All we need to do is add it to the panel, and it's the first panel. So it's not panel 2, it's panel 1, and we've already added the tab, the toolbar to the panel, and we've set panel 2 to border layout. We've set the toolbar to the north, and we're going to set this pan.add, and we're going to add list to it, and then we're going to put it to the west border layout. So border layout dot west. So that's us added the list to the panel. So if we run the program, now we've got a list. It's not doing anything because we've not added it to the key list now, and so now we've got a list for doing different things. Now we've all used this before, where we've actually like maybe clicked on a web link and the web page opens up. Excuse me. That's the exact same thing, and so that's how you do a list, and it's the exact same as this. And you can get it to do things the exact same way with the action listener, and that's what I'll show. I'll tidy this up a little bit. I'll make that a bit longer, and so all I need to do is add spaces. I'll show you. If I go to the string, if I can find it quickly. Let's see. List. Here's it here. Right. The biggest one is the microphone, I think. So all you do is put some spaces in there, and they all should be the same size. So save, run the program, and you see, so what I've done is I've given more space down here to make it look more tidy, and so now I can do this here, and I can put spaces between them. I can do this, I can put a space in there. I'm not too sure if I need work yet. Let's see. Yeah, it does work. So you just put a space in, and so you put a space in between each one of these, so you can make it look the way that you want it to look. So if I save, run the program. Okay, right, so I've put a space here, but the thing is, it thinks that these are actually part of the list. But this is just to show you that you can make it look different, right? But this methods and things like that to give spacing. I just wanted to show you that. You probably wouldn't do that, it's too big, but I've shown you that you can actually manipulate this to make it look better. And so if I take them, okay, and so what we want to do now is we want to add this to the action listener, and I'll make sure the action listener is the one that gets through. I can do that by just going list dot add, and we're looking for action listener. Nope, doesn't get used. It's a different kind of listener. Focus. Listener. Key listener. This selection listener, that will be the one that's used. So when you select it, this is what will happen. And so there's quite a few, that's all it gets. So focus listener. This is the one you would use here. And so we do F. And so what we've got to do here is we've got to implement this listener. This is another listener that we're using. So it's getting used to all the listeners. And so it was, what was the name of it again? List selection listener. List selection listener. So that's that one done, and it's saying it wants something done. Yeah, import select listener. Yeah, you've got to import that, and then we'll need the method, unimplemented methods. And so if we go down the bottom, that will be the bottom now. So it's value changed. It's the method that's used with list selection listener. And so whatever code we put in here should be executed with. So if I type system.out.println, right, the list has called, and it's a string. Change this to an E. So, and this is a string. And so if I save, run the program, there's an error, and it's up here. Yeah, we never put the semicolon at the end there. So save, run program. And so now, if I move this out a bit, if I click here, you can see it's actually executed the command. We've added the listener to it, and so I'm just typing out the same thing for each one of them, just to show you that we can use the action listener, selection listener. So if you move the key up and down, it's as if you clicked on it. So whenever you click one, this can be another menu appears, so you can select something else and another menu appears. So we've all seen them. This can change to hard drive at the top and other ones underneath it. And so that's the JList for Java. And so we'll go into more detail to it, and we'll make it look better, and we'll make it we'll do like, we'll be able to look at the file directory and you choose files from it. We'll do that. So again, thank you for your time.